Alrighty, good afternoon, Arkansas. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again. I'm going to give you guys an update on what to expect as we get towards tonight here. A couple of things I'm going to talk to you guys about tonight. First and foremost, we're not expecting this to be a big severe weather event for us here across the natural state, but there is the potential for some isolated severe weather as we get towards tonight. Also, we got a special announcement I'm going to make to you guys here in just a little bit, so let me get this information out to you guys real quick. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this information, guys. Alright, so first and foremost for tonight, we got slight risk for much of north and central Arkansas. This is going to go for the potential of damaging winds. The hail threat, especially the hatched area up there in northwestern Arkansas, could be some very large hail, and the potential of a couple tornadoes as well here. Should not be a significant severe event, but as always, if we get a tornado warning, we will be live for tonight here. Now, tonight's event is going to be broken up into two different rounds, as you can see on your screen. We have 7 p.m. till midnight across northern Arkansas, and then no severe weather expected for the first round down there in southern Arkansas here, because what's going to happen is you're going to have supercells that are going to develop up there in northwest Arkansas, and they're going to train down into central Arkansas and the eastern Arkansas as we get towards that midnight time frame here. Now, what's going to happen as we get towards later on tonight and into the early part of your Saturday morning, there's going to be a second round that's going to develop. It's going to be right around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's going to develop once again up there in northwestern Arkansas, and it's going to start pushing down into the state as we get towards the first thing Saturday morning. So tonight, keep in mind, storms will be loud coming in, okay? Not every storm is going to be severe, but it will definitely be loud coming in during the overnight hours here. So just keep that in mind throughout the overnight. But also, said before, the damaging wind, the hail, and the isolated tornado potential will be there as well, especially for our folks in the yellow zone up there in north and central Arkansas at this current time here. And in southern Arkansas, you'll be dealing with whatever's left over by the time we get towards first thing Saturday morning. So if you have any plans, I know everyone's trying to get ready for Easter. If you have any plans first thing tomorrow morning, keep in mind we will be dealing with some thunderstorms across the area as we get towards first thing tomorrow morning. Almost severe weather will be possible across the area here. Now, as we get towards your day on Saturday, there is that marginal risk once again. As I said before, it's going to be kind of right around that 9 p.m. time frame for our folks down there in southern Arkansas here, and then 12 to 4 kind of elsewhere. It's going to be another round of storms that's going to kind of come through as that front that makes it through Arkansas kind of stalls out, and you're going to have areas of low pressure kind of moving through the area. So heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, the potential large hail and wind will be the primary threats, but I can't rule out an isolated tornado or two here. And as so before, a severe weather outbreak is not expected. However, do not ignore severe thunderstorm warnings, guys, at this point, okay? So I know everybody's kind of answering about cities and counties and stuff like that. We always have that question, guys. Everybody's in the same boat for the potential of seeing isolated severe weather. Just keep in mind, not expecting an outbreak, but we could have a few severe thunderstorm warnings tonight. If a tornado warning gets issued, we will be here on coverage here, okay? So this is for Easter Sunday, okay? So for Easter Sunday, we have a marginal risk across far southern Arkansas, and then down in far southern Arkansas. We're talking about Columbia, Union, over towards Ashland, Chico County on a Sunday. This is for Easter itself. So if you have any plans down there in southern Arkansas on Easter, unfortunately, we are looking for some thunderstorms down there as we get towards the day on Sunday. Not expected to be a complete washout, but it will ruin some kind of plans, especially if you have them first thing in the morning or in the afternoon hours on Sunday. Mainly a wind and hail threat with this particular round that's going to come up here. Now, with that being said here, guys, I've gotten all the information now in terms of severe threat, but I have a very special announcement that's going to be coming for you guys here, okay? We've been talking about this for a couple of years now. If you've been following us, we do have an Arkansas Weather Watchers mobile app coming soon. That's going to be for iOS and for Android. We were able to sign a deal for it today, so we do have that coming up. It's going to have a lot of features on it, guys. We're talking interactive radar, geolocation notification. That way you guys can get notifications when tornado warnings or tornado watches happen and stuff like that, guys. So we are very excited for this, guys. We'll have more information on it within the next week or so, but this is our official announcement, guys. We do have a mobile app coming soon for us here in Arkansas Weather Watchers. We're very, very excited about it, guys. So before, we're going to have almost everything on there at this point. So I know everybody's been kind of bugging me about it, if we're going to have it and stuff like that. But yes, we do have an official app that's going to be coming out at this point here, okay? So Mama Donna, you were kind of the first one I told you about, and we were talking about it at this point, guys. But yeah, what's going to happen is it will be released. We're looking around a 2-3 week time frame. We still got some stuff we got to put on there, guys, but this is what we got at this point. So be sure to share this information, guys. We're going to have it on the page here as soon as the live stream is over here. But this is what we have at this time here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and go over to our Futurecast run at this point. I do not know why you did that. Let me go back over to this. There we go. All right, and then this is our Futurecast at this point. So we're going to have this on the page here just shortly. Give me 1 second. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. But this is going to be our Futurecast for tonight. Bear with me for just a second. Let me get this up and going. Okay, there we go. All right, so before, right around that 4 o'clock time frame, we don't have much going on. Got a few sales down there in southern Arkansas at this point. But what's going to happen is, I'm going to stop right off for just a bit. You can see up here in northwestern Arkansas, we've got some cells that's going to start developing up there across that area here. Now, this is going to be for the potential of large hail, damaging winds, and I can't rule out an isolated tornado or two across the board here up there in northwestern and north central Arkansas at this time here, okay? And also, I did forget to mention, I remember, that was a great question. I just saw it, guys. This will be a free app, okay? The main thing that we want you guys to do is just continue what you guys have been doing for the last couple of years. Just support us. We have a supporter hub. If you guys feel the need to do it, that's the best way to pay for it, guys. You guys' support and the supporter hub is what we're talking about. All that money we get from the supporter hub goes to that stuff, the app, the equipment and stuff like that. So our app will be completely free, no charge or anything like that. But so far, if you feel free to do it, the best thing we can tell you is just to become a supporter. That's it. It's only $1.99 a month, but it really helps out in terms of equipment and for the app as well here, guys. So yeah, I just hope I answered that question. I forgot to mention it earlier. I got caught up in the excitement with that, but yeah, it's going to be completely free for our folks in Arkansas here, okay? So this is right around 7 o'clock this evening, and then you're going to see right around 8 o'clock some cells are going to start getting going here. And then all these cells up here in northern Arkansas are going to be capable of producing very large hail and that isolated tornado potential as we get towards tonight. So just kind of keep that in mind. It's not going to be a widespread deal, but just keep in mind for your phone and stuff like that. You'll have your alerts and everything on for tonight. And so before, we'll have everything on the page. So if a tornado warning gets issued, we will be live for tonight here, okay? So you can see by the time we get towards 9 o'clock, got some cells up here in northern Arkansas. I'm going to zoom this down so you guys can see a little clearer. But up here in northeastern Arkansas, we got some cells we're going to have to contend with tonight. Large hail, damaging winds, isolated tornado threat up here in northwestern Arkansas. Much of the natural state itself should be relatively okay, but we're really concerned about folks up here in northern and northwestern Arkansas for tonight here, okay? And then you can see by the time we get towards 10 o'clock, some more cells will start getting going up here in northwestern Arkansas and then in north Arkansas as well here. So this is going to be the area of concern for up here in northern Arkansas and northeastern Arkansas for tonight. Keep in mind, the hail threat is there for tonight, okay? The hail threat is definitely there for tonight. We have a lot of cold, dry air aloft, so the hail threat will be there for tonight. So if a severe thunderstorm warning gets issued, you need to get away from the windows. You need to put your car under a garage or stuff like that. You need to take those precautions whenever a severe thunderstorm warning gets issued. They will be capable of producing very large hail across the board. And you can see by the time we get towards 11 here, now much of Arkansas should be relatively good to go. The rest of the natural state should be fine, but you can see some cells up here. You're going to have to watch every single one of these cells up here in northern Arkansas because they will carry that very large hail potential, the damaging wind potential, and then the isolated tornado potential for it's not here. So if anything happens, we will be here. We will have live coverage on the board at this point. And you can see by the time we get towards about 12 o'clock midnight tonight, this will start pushing down into central Arkansas here. So this will get to the Heber Springs area, and then it'll make its way towards Conway and everything else by the time we get towards midnight. 1 o'clock in the morning at this point, still up here in northeastern, north central Arkansas. And then by the time we get towards 2, it should start to die off. And then what happens is right around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, we get another round of storms that are going to get going up here in northwestern Arkansas. So that will start pushing through as we get towards that 4 or 5 o'clock time frame. So Civil 4 storms will be loud coming in throughout the overnight hours. Much of southern Arkansas and southwest Arkansas, you should be good to go for tonight. However, we're going to have another round of storms that are going to develop. So first thing in the morning, this will start coming towards southern Arkansas. So just kind of keep that in mind right around sunrise tomorrow. But central and northern Arkansas, this is where we're going to have that potential of seeing some isolated severe weather for tonight. And you can see right around 6 o'clock, a cluster of storms up here in northwestern Arkansas. So we're talking Fayetteville, the Dover area, Fort Smith, Bentonville, Harrison, over towards Mountain View, Mountain Home. This is the area that we're going to have to watch right around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So storms will be loud coming in. They will be loud coming in tonight and into the early part of your tomorrow morning. And then by the time we get towards 8 o'clock, you can see it starts making its way down into central Arkansas. So it should be making its way down to the metro about 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We got some lingering thunderstorms along I-40 from Fort Smith to Russellville to Clarksville area, towards Conway to Little Rock, Heber Springs, Mountain View. By this point, just some heavy rain up here in northern Arkansas. But much of southern Arkansas, you're relatively good to go for much in the morning hours. And then you see what happens by the time we get towards 10 o'clock in the morning. A lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across central Arkansas and in northern Arkansas as well. And then southern Arkansas we'll have to watch at this point. So I am getting some information from a fire up there in Russellville at this point. If you guys can let me know about that, I'm going to take a look at Twitter here in just a bit. I haven't heard any information personally, but if one of my forecasters, etc., can give me some information on that, that'd be great. I really, really hope that's not the case, because up there in the Russellville area. So we'll check into that here in just a bit. I'm going over to Futurecast, but I'm seeing some comments on the live stream regarding that at this point. I hope everybody is okay at this time here. Okay, so for main threat for tonight, it's going to be hail and wind, but we cannot rule out an isolated tornado potential. And then as we get towards right around lunch tomorrow, you can see a lot of shower thunderstorm activity across central Arkansas. Much of southern Arkansas, you should be relatively good to go until tomorrow afternoon. So there is going to be some tweaking with the timing, but I don't 100% trust the Futurecast. No model is 100% correct. So just kind of look out for some isolated storms to kind of get going down there in southern Arkansas as we get towards tonight and the early part of your tomorrow morning here. But this is what we got at this point, guys. If you're just now tuning in, isolated damaging winds, the hail threat, the tornado threat for tonight. If you did miss something, we are officially releasing our app probably within the next week or two. We're going to work on it very, very hard over the next week or so. So if you're just now tuning in, there was an announcement regarding the official Arkansas Weather Watchers app. Also, it will have a tie to our chase page as well here, Arkansas Storm Hunters page as well, so you guys will be able to follow our live chases and stuff like that from our app. Okay, so you can see right around lunch tomorrow, a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity across the board. And then you can see about 2 o'clock tomorrow, not much going on here, but you will have to watch southern Arkansas at this point. So if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow, just kind of keep in mind there will be some lingering shower and thunderstorm activity. A lot of activity will occur first thing in the morning. Should start to dry off somewhat by the time we get towards tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And then as we get towards your day on Sunday, we will have to watch our folks down there in southern Arkansas, because what's going to happen is there's going to be another area of low pressure that's going to get going down there in eastern Texas, Louisiana area, and that's going to throw the moisture back into Arkansas as we get towards the Sunday time frame. So mainly for folks down there in southern Arkansas, it's going to be probably a stormy Easter. Much of the natural state, you should be good to go, but we're going to watch it very closely at this current time here. Okay, so not seeing anything social media posts regarding the Russellville fire at this current time here. We'll continue to follow that, guys, but right now we're not seeing anything at this point here. Okay, so I don't know where that report came from or anything like that, but we don't have any official reports from the Russellville area here. So if you guys can let me know on all that, continue to follow it at this point. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to loop the Futurecast at this point. This also is going to be posted on the page. Also, one more thing with our Futurecast, it will be posted on our app. So once we get that officially posted out to the page and stuff like that, you guys will be able to follow our Futurecast on the page. You'll get instant notifications whenever we post a Futurecast. That way you're not missing anything or anything like that. The biggest reason why we're releasing an app is we're frustrated with Facebook. Facebook, its notification issue is just a lot of people are not seeing it and stuff like that. With our own app, you don't worry about the notification issue. So that's one of the biggest reasons why we're releasing that app at this point here. But if you feel as though you need to support us, guys, the biggest thing we're just asking is to become a supporter on the page. That's the biggest thing we're asking. We really do appreciate y'all at this point. So I'm going to loop this. It's going to go a little fast, but I'm going to loop this through. This is also going to get posted on the page as well. And I'm going to tackle some questions. So if y'all have any more questions, suggestions, and stuff like that, please let me know. I'm going to try to get to everybody, and then I'm going to hop off of here. So this is going to loop through. It's going to go a little fast. So just kind of keep that in mind here. But for tonight, kind of reiterate, hail threat, damaging wind threat, and the isolated tornado threat for tonight here. That's going to be the biggest threat for tonight. Tomorrow, more of a hail and wind threat. Elizabeth, I see your comment about the instability. I have that on the page. Right now, if we can take a look, give me 1 second. I could probably pull this up over here. But the instability for tonight is going to be probably around that 1,500, 2,000 area. So I'm really concerned about the hail potential. Let me see if I can get this up. 1 second, Rooney here. Okay, so let me see. I may be able to pull it up. So I'm going to try to pull it up on here. But it's going to be right around that 1,500, 2,000 area across the area here. Yeah, Noah has recovered. As a matter of fact, me and him are going to double team coverage for tonight just in case anything gets going. We're not expecting a big threat of severe weather, but I do think we may have a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings or even a tornado warning. As a matter of fact, thank you, Noah, for that. We do have a new mezzo that has come out from the Storm Prediction Center here. So I'm going to read to you guys that information as well here. So the new mezzo that comes out for northwestern Arkansas. Let me see if I can pull this up on our software here. So bear me for just a bit. Let me see if I can get this over here at this point. Okay, so there it is right there. So this is the new mezzo that's going to go out up there in northern Arkansas. You guys can see it here shortly. A severe thunderstorm watch is likely. The environment is becoming more favorable for the development of supercells. All hazards are possible across this board here. Okay, so they are very concerned. As a matter of fact, take that back. I don't know if this is going to be a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch. The wording with this is pretty intense, guys. So these supercells will pose a threat for all severe hazards, including very large hail and tornadoes. They're saying the tornado threat will likely be maximized near the warm front, and the warm front right now is stationed just to the northeast of Harrison. At this point, let me see if I can draw this out at this time. So this is going to go, there's a warm front basically right through here. So your tornado threat is going to be maximized along and south of the warm front at this point. They are concerned about very large hail. The tornado risk will be likely maximized in an area where your low-level flow will be more backed. So they're saying any supercells that get going will have the potential of very large hail and the potential of tornadoes up there in northern Arkansas. So it will probably be a tornado watch that'll come out. It'll be probably the next hour or so. It should be coming out from the Storm Prediction Center. I'm not sure when they're going to release it, but it should be coming out very, very shortly from them. So just kind of keep that in mind, guys. We're going to have to watch that very closely at this point here. So maybe for just a bit, let me get that off of the screen for just a second. I'm going to clear this off so you guys can see it a little closer. Okay, so Futurecast is back up and running. There it is right there. So you can see the area in red is where we're going to watch for that severe or tornado watch to come out within the next hour or so across the board. But the instability, I was getting back to that. Sorry about that. I got blindsided with the mezzo. So the instability now is going to be about 1,500 to 2,000. As a matter of fact, I can probably stop the Futurecast for just a bit. We can look at the instability across the area here. So give me 1 second. Let me swing this back over to our instability. So I'm going to clear this off for just a bit. By the way, the Futurecast is going to be on the page at this point here. But there's the instability right now here, guys. Okay, so it's not a crazy ton at this point, but what's going on here is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We got about 5 more hours of daytime heating to do before this is all said and done. So it's definitely up here in northern Arkansas. You can see about 200 to 500 up here, greater down here in southwestern Arkansas. All this instability will start filtering in over the next couple of hours. So I hope that answered your question about the instability. So there will be severe threat for Saturday morning. Yes, isolated severe threat for Saturday morning. Damaging winds and hail. Isolated tornado threat cannot be ruled out first thing tomorrow morning here. Okay, so this is for Arkansas at this point, guys. I know everybody's kind of on edge about the severe weather here, but unfortunately that's the name of the game at this point for us here in Natural State. We got tonight, we got to get through tomorrow and on Saturday, and also today, tomorrow, and also on Sunday, excuse me, for the potential of seeing severe weather. Now, tomorrow and Sunday stretch should be more isolated and more limited to a hail and wind threat versus a tornado threat for those 2 days. But tonight, the only reason why you have a tornado threat is because you have a warm front nearby, low pressure up there in northeastern Oklahoma, southern Kansas, dry line to our west. So it's kind of more, it's almost similar if you want to technically compare this. It's almost similar to the situation we had on Monday where we had a boundary in place, a dry line out west, the area of low pressure. So that's where your tornado threat's kind of maximized at that point, mainly in this area up here in northern Arkansas here. So just kind of keep that in mind for tonight. If any warnings get issued, we will be here, guys. Look for timing late to start around 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and it's going to go into the evening. And unfortunately, this will be an overnight threat for us here in the natural state as we get towards tonight into the first part of your Saturday morning here. So if y'all have any more questions, please let me know. I'm trying to make this a quick live stream. All your information is going to be on the page as well. Alright, so let me see here. We'll go with questions real fast. Also, I know everyone has storm anxiety and stuff like that. The one thing I'm going to stress y'all is stay with us. Place your trust with us. We will be here, guys. Our warnings, everything else, we will be here at this point here. And the one thing I'm really excited about with this app is whenever there's a tornado warning, there is a feature that we're going to attempt to have, but it's not a guarantee. What we're going to have is like if there's a tornado warning, it's going to light your entire phone up, and it's going to make you look at your phone, so it'll have everything. So that way, if you go to sleep or something like that, it'll alert you and stuff like that. There's a lot of things with this app that we are very excited for, and it will be coming out within the next, let's say, 2 to 3 weeks right now. Maybe a little bit earlier than that. We'll have to wait and see on all that. Just depends on when we can get it done, tested, and everything else. But definitely excited about this potential, guys. Very excited about it. So this is the update I've got. So okay, so what's going on here, Kelly? Thank you for that information. It is a prescribed burn in Yale County that's about 4,100 acres wide. There's no concern of this other than the inconvenience at this point, inconvenience of smoke. So that's the update for the Russellville area. If you guys are seeing like smoky skies up there in Russellville right now, that's what we got at this point. So thank you, Callie, for that information here, guys. Everybody's wondering when we can download it. We will let you guys know when you can download it. Right now, it's going through development mode, testing, everything else. Everything's going to get test it before we release it out to the public. So Callie, thank you for the information once again. But yeah, that's what we have at this point here. So what is the tornado threat for Central Arkansas for Saturday morning? Very low tornado threat. I mean very low tornado threat, because it's going to be first thing Saturday morning. Mainly hail and wind threat for Saturday morning at this point. Don't focus on just the tornado threat. We have the hail and wind threat we got to contend with as well. But thunderstorms will be loud coming in. That's the one thing. Even if it's not severe, these thunderstorms will be loud coming in first thing tomorrow morning. So please keep that in mind. If you are planning to sleep in tomorrow morning, or you got plans in terms of Easter, please keep in mind that these thunderstorms will be loud coming in first thing tomorrow morning across the board. So we're going to go back over to our Futurecast for just a second. Let me see if I can get this switched back over at this point. So 1 second here. We'll go over here. Okay, that's going to be, there we go. Alright, so it is going to load back up, guys, but still before, the same thing still applies from earlier. We still have all that information on the page. Main threat for tonight, isolated damaging winds. Large hail, very large hail could be possible across northern Arkansas, and then the tornado threat across northern Arkansas as well. Damaging wind threat, hail threat for us in central Arkansas and in southern Arkansas as well. No tornado threat this weekend, mainly hail and wind. But thunderstorms will be loud coming in across the board. So we're going to swing this back through. We're going to go over our slide one more time so you guys can see. And so before, if you're just now tuning in, that's the official announcement that we made on the page. We do have an official mobile app coming out soon. We'll let you guys on the date on when it's going to be released. You guys don't have to worry about paying for it or anything like that. It's going to be totally for you guys. But the one thing we're stressing is to make sure that you become a supporter. Okay, that's the number one thing for this, because that supporter money goes to the app and keeping the app going and all our technology and stuff like that. So just kind of keep that in mind at this point. But we are very excited about that opportunity. So for tonight, 7 to midnight across northern Arkansas. No severe expected down there in southern Arkansas for much of the night tonight. Now, what's going to happen as we get towards tomorrow morning, first thing tomorrow morning, doing overnight hours in the first part of tomorrow morning, 3 a.m. to 7 o'clock across North and Western Arkansas, 7 to 11 across Central, and then 9 o'clock in the morning to 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon across Southern Arkansas. At this current time here, main threats, isolated image winds, hail, and net tornado threat for tonight here, okay? So we do fully appreciate you guys for tuning in. As said before, guys, we will be here. Updates will be posted on the page, and the 740 update will be posted as well. Right now, I don't foresee a tornado watch here. I think if they do go a watch, it's probably going to be a severe thunderstorm watch here, because what's going on is you get later into the night, your tornado threat will start to decrease rapidly, okay? However, as I said before, relax, we will be here, we'll be live. Anything happens, you guys know the deal by now. We will be here, we'll keep you guys informed right here in your source for all things Arkansas weather.